Ethan. Ethan. Mwah. Mwah.
I love creating things. I've loved creating things since I was a young kid. My parents, they built a little stage in my room. So when I was really young, I was acting to a certain degree and just doing anything to really, appease an audience or be performative to a certain degree. But there's something about the feeling of being able to make something and seeing someone's reaction. I love that, whether it be through acting or art or videography, whatever the case, it's the creative process that I love the most. When I go through a hard time or when I'm experiencing grief, the thing that I do probably the most is write. I will write just as much as I possibly can to kind of escape whatever it is I'm feeling. Writing about fictional characters, moments and stories, anything to kind of, really it's an escapism. I mean, people will go to movies, they'll go to books, they'll go to sports. For me, it's to create a world where I'm not thinking about whatever it is that's bringing me that pain. So I think everybody has some form of escapism, and for me it's a pen and paper. Acting, I've done a little bit of it my entire life. I think, yeah, there has to be some level of escapism, because when you're playing a character, you escape into the role. And I think the best actors, from what I've studied and watched, they become the character. Even if it means playing something that is fundamentally, different than who they really are. There is an escapism to that, because you kind of have to. That's how you really tell a character's story, is to become them. So it's very escapism. For me to get into a character, I have to really kind of imagine myself being the character over and over and over again. Like, reading the script, reading the screenplay, you read it so many times, so eventually you kind of believe it. Even if it's something terrible, it's like you have to believe it, because if you don't, no one's going to hear it in your voice. What makes me happy is being able to create things that I am as happy with as other people are happy with. I think that when you are creative, a huge part of the job is loving what you do. Because if you're someone who's creative and you don't love it, then you're going to hate it, and hating is something that you can see in the quality of the content that you make. And so I think what makes me happy is being able to create things that I love. And obviously life is going to not always allow you to do that. If you have a job, you may not be able to always create the thing or tell the story that you want to tell. But as long as you sort of have that cornerstone in your life where you're able to create something that matters to you, then it's all worth it.
I'm getting scared on my head.